Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the NCAA Men's Ice Hockey Division I Regional here in Cincinnati. We appreciate your attendance here today. This starts the first of 4 team press conferences for this afternoon, and the format will be opening statement by coach, and then questions for the student athletes. We'll let them depart, and then we'll end with continued questions for coach. We're joined today from Michigan State for our first press conference, head coach Mel Pearson, and student athletes Michael Neville, Reid Sturos, and Cliff Watson. So, Coach, if you'd like to have an opening statement, then we'll open the floor to questions for players.
Well, thank you. And first of all, I want to thank the City of Cincinnati, U.S. Bank Arena, their staff, and obviously Miami University. But we're just thrilled to be here. We know it's a huge challenge for our team, playing the #1 ranked team in the country in Denver. They're a very good team, but we see this as a great opportunity. I like my team. I've been around college hockey for 35 years. I think this is my 24th or 25th NCAA tournament as a coach, and I really like the group that we have here. So we might not be the favorite, but we're going to show up and play hard, and that's one thing I can say about our team. But we're thrilled to be here representing Michigan Tech University and very excited to play the game tomorrow.
Thank you, Coach. We do have a microphone. If you'd like to ask a question, please raise your hand. We'll get the mic to you. Identify yourself and your affiliation, and which of the student athletes specifically you may have a question for. Here in front. Let's do the student athletes if we could first, if there are any for the players.
Michael and Reid, actually all three of you. I'm sorry, I'm with the Denver Post. I'm Mike Chambers. For each of you, could you just talk about playing an opponent like a DU? Obviously, it's a team that's got a style of play that they're always on you. It's a relentless puck pressure, and how you guys intend to deal with that, please.
Michael, if you'd like to take that first.
I think we just got to approach it like any other game. I mean, we saw similar teams this year. We saw Duluth, we saw Western, we saw some teams that really come after you in those games. I think for us, we have to come out swinging. I don't think we got to wait for them to come after us. I think we have to be the initiator of that.
Reid?
Yeah, like Neville said, we play some high-end teams, and I think we just got to play well defensively. I think it starts in our own zone, and we got to create some offense off of that and play some minutes in their zone.
Cliff?
I guess I'll talk from a defensive perspective, but the best thing for us to do is just take away their time and space. We know they're a high-powered offensive team. Try to make good passes, create good plays out of the zone, and ultimately go in their zone and do some work.
Questions for the student athletes? Right here in the middle. If we get a microphone. Thank you.
Could all three of you guys talk a little bit about your feelings going into this, your mentality compared to 2 years ago?
Cliff, we'll start with you this time.
It's still an exciting time of year. I mean, we work all year for this time, and compared to last time, I think we were a little more excited last time, but I think this time we're more prepared, we're more ready, more a veteran team. I think we got some age and some guys that have been in these situations before, so we'll be able to have some experience out there.
Reid?
Yeah, I think it's definitely an exciting time. I think we have the right group of guys here. We've been, unlike last time, we had to earn our way in. We've been fighting for our lives for the last 3 weekends, and I think tomorrow is going to be another game like that, just fighting for our lives. Anything can happen.
Michael?
Yeah, it's just an exciting time in the year. I think any chance you get when you're the final 16 teams in college hockey, it's a pretty special experience, and I think we're just trying to stay in the moment, stay focused. I feel like last time we might have been a little bit overexcited, over antsy, but I think this time we're much more prepared again with a veteran Latin team.
Other questions for the student athletes? If none, guys, you can head back to your locker room.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See you, boys.
Questions for Coach Pearson? Here in front.
Mike Chambers with the Denver Post again. Mel, I remember being in this building. I think it was my first major road trip in 1996, and I remember you were a young coach at that time too. Can you just talk about that experience here and in this building and how it feels to be back?
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously very special to be back. That was my first national championship at the collegiate level as an assistant coach, and it's a great experience. And I'm trying to relay some of that onto our team, even though it's not a national championship game. It's still, anytime it's special, you get to this situation. I've had a number of those players on that team reach out to me and wish us luck, and also reminisce a little bit about that championship. But anytime you get here, it's special, and that's what I like about this format. It's a single game. We have as good a chance as anyone, because of that single game. We don't have to beat anybody 2 out of 3 or anything like that. It's one game, and a lot of things can happen. So I'm just excited to be back here. I've got special memories of this place, and I always will. My wife was born here in Cincinnati too, so it's an extra special city. But we're looking forward to it. We're anxious and at the same time excited to play. But like Mike says, I think this time around, we're a little bit looser. We're not so uptight. We're just more in the moment. We're going to enjoy it, but we'll be ready to play.
Other questions for Coach? Here in the middle.
Dirk Hembroff from Michigan Tech Radio. Coach, could you talk a little bit more about that as far as the way you've noticed some of the guys that were here 2 years ago and whether or not they're able to calm things down a little bit in the locker room and keep everybody kind of in check compared to maybe 2 years ago when everything was so fresh, being the first time in so long Tech had been in?
Well, last time, it was the first time since 1981 when I was a player, so it had been long overdue. I think any time you experience something for the first time, you're not quite sure what's going to happen or the surroundings or how things take place. As many hockey games as you play, it's still the first time being in a tournament in that type of situation, high-powered environment. So I think this time around, you've got a little bit of experience. It's just like anything you do in life. If you've done it before, you're a little bit more comfortable with what you're going to do. So you can see it. The beauty with our team is we have, the 8 seniors who were there, and, they're extension of our coaches in the locker room. So they have a way of just calming the young guys down and knowing the right thing to say to them because they've been there, they've experienced it, and I think that means a lot more. Like team we're playing, Denver, they've been there, I think, the last 4 years, so they've got a lot of experience. But I think it's important for us just to understand that. Obviously, our goalie, it's his first go-around at that, but they've been able to talk to him, too, and calm him down. And that's what the beauty of our team is the extension of the coaching staff runs through our seniors, and they do a great job in the locker room and say the right thing. In fact, they calm the coaches down a little bit when they get a little excited, so it's nice to have them around.
More questions for Coach? If none, thank you, Coach.
Okay, thank you.
Good luck tomorrow.
Yep, thanks.